We're building discernment, not panic and not excitement. Discernment. So always remember that word, okay?
Web3 and AI made simple. Web3 and AI made simple for you.
Welcome back to Web3 and AI Made Simple. Before we begin today's episode, I want to pause for a moment and reflect on what we've built together over the past six episodes. We started with why Web3 and AI feel overwhelming. Then we talked about why AI scares people and which fears are actually valid. We explored how Web3 and AI work together. We discussed how to approach them personally without pressure. We talked about how they show up in everyday life. And in the last episode, we covered how to participate without overextending yourself. If you've been listening from the beginning, you now have something important. You have orientation. You're no longer just reacting to headlines, you're thinking. And from episode 7 onward, we're going to shift slightly. We're going to move from understanding to discernment, from what is this to what does this actually mean for people. So today, I want to talk about something deeper. Who really benefits from Web3 and AI? Not emotionally, not hypothetically, but structurally. Structurally. So, when new technology appears, there's usually excitement, there's innovation, there's opportunity, there's disruption. But there's also a very important question we don't ask often enough. Who gains the most from this? Because technology doesn't just exist in theory, it shifts power. I love sharing analogy, right? So let me give you an analogy. Imagine a factory. Inside that factory is a powerful machine that can produce goods 10 times faster than before. That machine represents AI. Now, ask yourself, who owns the factory? That ownership represents Web3. The machine increases capability, but ownership determines who benefits. If the factory is owned by a few people, they benefit the most from increased production. If ownership is distributed, more people share the value. That tension between AI and Web3. AI increases power through intelligence. Web3 has the potential to distribute power through ownership, but it doesn't automatically do that. Ownership models matter. Governance matters. Intent matters. So, where benefits typically flow? Well, in most technology shifts, benefits initially uh, for towards builders, platform owners, early adopters, capital holders. That's normal. It's not necessarily wrong, but it is structural. For example, when social media first emerged, who benefited most? The platforms, right? Users contributed content, attention, creativity, but didn't own the infrastructure. Now we're seeing similar questions with AI. If AI systems are trained on public data, creative work, or collective knowledge, who benefits from the output? The company, the creator, the public? These are not anti technology questions, they are responsibility questions. So I'll give you some real world examples. Let's bring this closer to our daily life. If AI helps automate tasks at work, companies benefit through efficiency. That can mean lower cost, faster output, increased productivity. But does that automatically benefit the employees? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends on how value is redistributed. Now, think about digital creators, the KOLs. If AI tools help generate content, creators gain assistance. But if platforms control monetization, visibility, and distribution, creators may still not fully own their output. This is why Web3 conversations matter because Web3 introduces the idea of digital ownership, but ownership only benefits people if it's designed responsibility. So here's a calmer way to think about it. Instead of asking the question, is Web3 good? Is AI dangerous? A more useful question might be, how is value being distributed? Follow the value, follow the control, follow the ownership. That tells you who benefits. Technology is neutral in theory, but its structure determines its impact. And why this matters to you? Well, you don't need to own a tech company for this matter. You are affected as a worker, a creator, a consumer, even a citizen. Understanding benefit flow helps you ask better questions, avoid blind enthusiasm, avoid unnecessary fear, and make intentional decision. This isn't about rejecting innovation. It's about engaging thoughtfully. And where we're going next. From episode 7 onward, we're going to explore, of course, how to distinguish hype from real innovation, how to think clearly in fast moving tech spaces, what the future of work and ownership may look like. We're building discernment, not panic and not excitement. Discernment. So always remember that word, okay? And if this conversation helped you see Web3 and AI from a slightly different angle, I am glad. If you'd like to go deeper, visit our Web3 AI website. We've been publishing thoughtful blogs designed to extend this conversation in a written format. And if you missed any of the earlier episode, you can catch them on my YouTube channel. All 6 previous episodes are there for you to revisit anytime. Thank you for continuing this journey with me. From here on, we're not just understanding technology, we're evaluating it. Until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and stay human.